So Friday there was a ruling out of a circuit court in Missouri that said their abortion ballot initiative was invalid because it didn't have the right language. That it was insufficient because it didn't say which statute specifically would be overturned, even though it very clearly says in there what it would do, which is grant access to abortion care and basically prevent the legislature from passing any bans. And I said when I did my video on this before that it would be appealed to a higher court, appellate, or Missouri Supreme Court. It has been appealed to Missouri's Supreme Court. There are oral arguments scheduled for tomorrow morning. Now we will see what happens and if there ends up being a stay coming out of this from the Supreme Court of Missouri as far as printing ballots, because ballots were supposed to begin being printed tomorrow. And without knowing which way this ballot initiative is going to go, um, they may have to hold off on printing those for a few days until the Supreme Court rules. Now, I don't know how fast the Missouri Supreme Court is going to act, but because they got it in, a 2 day window where, this ruling came down on Friday and they're hearing oral arguments tomorrow, I'm expecting them to fast track this and get a decision out rather quickly, just because we are up against a deadline with the election less than 2 months away. So we'll see what comes out of the Missouri Supreme Court, but they have appealed it. Um, and one of the reasons that they were seeking this injunction, the group that sought the injunction against the ballot initiative, is they tried to say, well, it could have unintended consequences, such as limiting the legislature's ability to define gender affirming care or in vitro fertilization, human cloning, things like that. And um, we will see what the Supreme Court rules on that. I think that's a reach as far as that. They are just looking for anything they can to keep this off the ballot. And as I said in a previous video, I don't know that either way this goes, that this is beneficial to Missouri Republicans. I think if the ballot initiative is on the ballot, there's going to be high Democratic voter turnout and just voter turnout in general in support of that measure. And higher turnout almost always means Republican losses. But if it does get kept off the ballot, I think it also means higher voter turnout, and Republicans may start losing some seats because people will be pissed off that their will to even have a chance at voting on this measure um, is not allowed because they pushed it. So we will see what happens out of the Missouri Supreme Court. I'm expecting it to get fast tracked, and we may even have a decision same day or within a couple days. So if I hear more, I will let you know. But that is where we currently stand, and we are just now awaiting oral arguments tomorrow.